78 Fight News here. This is a part 2 to steroids and boxing in the MMA. So I want to first reflect on the first video I did on this issue. Now, in recent events, you have Lamont Peterson admitting and being caught juicing. You have Alistair Overeem and a few others who got caught since the first video. Now, the point is this: you don't know what any of these guys are doing. You don't. You cannot judge people because you like them and say, oh, he wouldn't cheat, he wouldn't do that. You see, if you have the right connections, you're not going to be caught. No one can tell me that Brock Lesnar was not cheating, that Brock Lesnar was not juicing. But you didn't hear his name getting thrown through the mud. We all know he was juicing in the WWE, but in the UFC he was also. He just wasn't using the same type of performance enhancement drugs. He didn't get caught. So Alistair Overeem gets caught. No surprise to anybody, because most people thought he was doing it anyway. Lamont Peterson gets caught. It's no surprise to me, because I don't put it past anybody to cheat. This is these people's livelihood. They want to be victorious. They want to win. They want to be successful. So they cheat in order to get an edge, especially if you think the other guy is doing something. See, this is why when guys like Manny Pacquiao, who hasn't been caught yet, when guys like Manny Pacquiao come out and say stuff like, oh, I don't want to take a drug test because I'm afraid of needles, I immediately know it's bullshit, because you don't have to take injectable steroids. You can take oral steroids. Lamont Peterson took testosterone pellets. He wasn't taking no needle. You see, oral steroids, a few to name example, you have steroids like Anavar. You have Turinabol. Now, these steroids are considered weak and mild steroids by professional bodybuilders and hardcore steroid junkies. They're considered mild. But to an athlete, a boxer, a MMA fighter who uses this stuff, he can get a good edge, because it does not give you a drastic weight gain. You know, you're not going to take some Anavar and Turinabol and gain 20 pounds of muscle in 6 weeks. It's not going to happen. But you could put on 5-7 pounds of solid muscle. And these drugs also leave your system, if taken properly, they'll leave your system within 5 days. That's a fact. I've seen it done. It will leave your system in 5 days. The only way this stuff doesn't leave your system in 5 days is if you're going overboard. You're some bodybuilder taking 100 milligrams a day. But if you take the recommended dosage of 20 milligrams, just say somebody had this stack. Just say Manny Pacquiao took 20 milligrams a day of Anavar and 40, just say 30-40 milligrams a day of Turinabol. Okay? He used that stack for 6 weeks. If he got off of it, it would leave his system within 5 days. This is why he does not want to take drug testing up to the fight. He wants a cutoff period, because he needs the right timing so that he will not be caught. His legacy is at stake here. Now, the side effects to Anavar and Turinabol are stomach cramps. See, they don't really get these mild steroids like that. Really don't give you the same side effects as injectable steroids. Like, it's very rare that somebody will get gynecomastia or hair lossage or something like that from these mild steroids. But what you would do is get stomach cramps. It's hard on your liver. And if anybody recalls, a few years ago, Manny Pacquiao was always running to the hospital about stomach problems. He getting admitted to the hospital because he got stomach cramps. See, he doesn't have to take a needle for shit. He can take a pill, swallow it. Do that with every meal. Mix it in your protein shake. Who knows? So all of these fighters need to be tested. Everyone should be held to the same standards. The only reason Lamont Peterson was even caught is because Lamont Peterson agreed to take random drug testing. Manny Pacquiao has not agreed to take random blood testing. See, he gets tested, yes, but that's for the regular boxing testing, the Nevada State Athletic Commission. That is not additional Olympic-style drug testing, random blood testing. That's totally different. He's never agreed to that. He says that out of his mouth that he'll agree to that, but when it comes down to it, he wants a cutoff date. He needs that 5-day window. I'm telling y'all. He can get this stuff out of his system. And see, I'm talking old school here, but there are drugs now that I don't even know about that people are taking that are far more advanced. They will leave your system. They can be masked properly and will not show up on the regular drug testing test. So while everybody is shocked about this Lamont Peterson and Alistair Overeem stuff, I really don't know why. Okay? Because if it's good enough for James Toney, if it's good enough for Roy Jones Jr., if it's good enough for Shane Mosley, it's good enough for the Klitschko's, it's good enough for Tommy Morrison, why put it past anybody? I won't put it past anybody to cheat to win. People cheat to win. So I just wanted to get that message out there. 78 Fight News, holla.